Hope you guys are doing fine. I'm doing fine. And once again, thank you so much for the comments. I really like to read them, but also really like to reply to them. And there is one comment I would like to talk about. But before doing that, I just want to say what we are going to do in today's episode. One of the main things we're going to do is we're going to build a shop with an apartment on top of it. I'm going to show you around what I have been doing. I got some major progress to show. And I would like to unlock a few certain things because I'm going to need a few items off camera, building like an automated bone meal system and a few other kind of things. It takes some time to build these up, like a bookcases for an enchantment room, stuff like that. Now I have a comment here of Pro Monocle. Yo, once again, brilliant video, but just curious, how many hours have you put into this world so far? Well, I got at this moment around 70 hours into this game, even though it feels a lot more. So you can kind of say this is episode 7, 70 hours. So around 10 hours per episode, even though there are certain things that I'm actually doing off camera. Of course, I spent some time in the creative world in order to make maximum out of these buildings, to make them look great, to make them look cool. And as you can see down here, I've been putting some interior into this building. It is not much, but it's at least something. And at some point I want to empty out this building, and this is just gonna be a little vacation house for the subscribers if you would like to stay here. Just a little role playing. So the couple of things that I would like to unlock are, well, first of all, paper, which we're gonna need for the books, I wanted to say. So let's make some books. And enchantment room takes a bit of time because I'm going to need to have a lot of books and a lot of bookcases. So in this case, we now unlock the book, which you can see we got some new recipes. And I just think it's very important to just show it on screen that we progress together. Now I'm going to take one stack of these wooden stuff, and I believe we can now make bookcases for the enchantment room. Very important. And now, well, we don't get any new recipes from that, but at least now you know we got some bookcases, and I think it would be handy to make a couple more. I can't because the books, well, that is fine. So we're gonna take those books with us. I'm just gonna place them out here. Now another thing that I would like to unlock is actually a piston and a hopper, because those pistons I'm going to need to have for a farm. Like, I want to have a little bit more automated bamboo farm, or at least when I press a lever, the bamboo, will be harvested automatically, and I can manually place down some more seeds. The farming of the bamboo just takes so much time. Of course, later on when we have been to the nether, I can take care that I'm going to make an automated system, which I don't have to do anything at all. So, in this case, a piston. Let's get it down here. We don't unlock anything extra, which is fine. And I would like to have a hopper, because hoppers is very handy for collecting stuff. Now I will make a bone meal machine, but when it's done, I will show you how I have been building that. So these are actually the few items I really wanted to show you guys. Now I can just move on with doing some extra stuff off camera, which is very, very handy. Now for the shop building apartment, I have actually been preparing, and now let me just take this for the enchantment room. So if I'm not wrong, I should have everything. Alright, this is gonna be real big. As you can see down there, I've been placing chests like crazy. I've kind of been planning stuff out, but it's sometimes very difficult to think what kind of items are you gonna put where. In this case, I'm lucky to have 8 and 8, which is 16. There are perfectly 16 colors. The only color I'm missing is purple and dark gray. Now these colors will be the same for those carpets, for the wall. Down here it will be for banners, and then I really have to think what I'm going to put in there. It is okay to leave a few of these empties. In here they're gonna be all the tree saplings. In there I want to have those tree leaves, and in this one there's gonna be certain seeds. Of course there will be a lot more, and the whole wall will be filled up. Now in the middle down here I want to have a lot of forges, and I've also been thinking, because we're going to need to go to the nether sooner or later, I want to make like a door in this wall down here, and in there I want to build a portal. There are going to be some doors, because I have been seeing in one of the episodes of bellow where they were trolling someone's base by placing a lot of nether bricks, a lot of portals and American flags, that the portals they place there, sometimes some pigments will come through. In this case, down here, this is going to be a little bit of my safe, which means that diamonds will be placed here, emeralds, gold, and that kind of stuff. And also I want to have a few chests where I'm going to save up a few seeds, which I don't want to touch at all, just in case I'm doing something stupid and I run out of seeds. Now down here I've been digging all the way up to level 50. I'm going to need to keep digging and digging and digging. I really want to dig this all out to the bedrock. It's going to be amazing down here and very rewarding. Now you see that down there? I think that is so amazing. Little eyes popping out. So this is apparently a painting, which is I think very cool, and what is an animation painting, and I'm hearing a spider. So yeah, this is what I mean. I need to close up all of the stuff here and there. So in this case I'm going to need to put this down here, and I'm going to need to have a lot more of these bookcases. That's why I wanted to unlock, because I really want to fill in the room, and I really want to get things done. And down here, all the cows and sheep. I don't know if in the last episode I've actually shown this. I want to dig it out even more. I'm going to colorize all of the sheep, all of the colors. Here I got a white one, here I got the light gray one, here's the dark gray ones, and 2 black ones. I'm going to need to switch them off. It's going to be an amazing area though. I'm going to keep killing cows, keep making frames, keep making bookcases and all that kind of stuff. And as promised, I made some red banners, red carpet, and I put it over the statue. As you can see, it looks really cool. The contrast of the stones and the red cloth, if you would, with the building. Looks very nice though. I have also laid out a piece of road down here. Down here, what I want to do is make an harbor or lower area where there will be, maybe I'll build a restaurant underneath this road. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff. There will be like a nice down area down here with where you can sit and eat. There will be some nice boats out there. It's gonna be a crazy area. Of course, I'm a little bit stuck with the window down there, but I think in the end it will be fine. I've been digging out one more layer, and I've been placing, as you can see, what is that? Sea cucumbers and grass and dirt, just to make the area look nice though. Alright, so with that being said, let's build this store. So this store, I'm going to need to dig out a little piece down here, just for the front. This store is going to be this white. Now this store is also going to contain a little doorway, so you can go up to the apartments, which will be down here. And like I've been saying before, when there is like a crossing, I'm going to place a block like this so you don't get wet feet or you won't trip and fall. Then on this point we're gonna make a store, and this will be the store wall. It's gonna be a tiny little store. Some stores will be enterable, some other stores won't be enterable. Now for the side though, it doesn't matter how that is gonna look, because we're gonna build another building against it. Yes, this store might be a little bit smaller, but we can choose to make the store what is gonna go here, make it 2 blocks wide or maybe 1.5 block wide. We don't have to go perfectly square, but I do want to take care that it looks nice. So in this case, we're also going to take 2 of these out of there and place 2 blocks here, because here will be the entrance. I've got a nice idea for the entrance, by the way. It's going to need to be 4 high. I'm actually glad that I got a couple of these. If I place it the right way. Okay, very good. Then we're gonna build this over like so, and then this like so. And we're gonna take a little nap. Now there is one thing with the apartment though, is that 3 floors will actually be the same. We're gonna build 1 floor, and any else we're going to, I'm just gonna do that off camera to say, just to save up a little bit of time onto the episode. Because sometimes I'm recording for 2-3 hours, and that is actually a lot. So we're going to need to have a couple of those, just preparing. Then I'm going to need to have a lot of these. I hope I can make it, by the way. because I'm going to have a lot. It's the same stuff with the sandstone. So for the outside of the store, I just have to see, now I'm looking at the screenshot, it's because the walls indoor, I want to make it out of dark oak planks, just only for the store. And now this backside is going to be important, because when we're going to make this hunting store right down here, then you can go out in the back and then you are in the garden. And when you're in the garden, you want to make sure that the back of the buildings look nice. So we need to keep that in mind. Which basically means we're going to need to make a double back wall. So this back wall is going to need to be the stone that we are going to use on the front too. And then the second layer is going to need to be this stuff, even though I'm not quite sure if we're gonna see it. Let's just do this for sure. So I'm going to place these guys out onto the corner just to make it look nice. At the front we will see it. It will all start to make sense in a minute. So now we're going to need to make an inside wall until a certain point. And this point here will be, we're gonna go into here to our apartment, will be a little stash. And then at some point what I want to do is use the bamboo scaffolding right down here to go to the roof. So in this case, let's just fix the wall all the way up there. And then when you're indoors here, you're going to need to make this the same. Like so. And what I also would like to do is make a little room where you're going to fit your clothing, right? Very important. Which will be down here, a small little room, like so. Down here it will be all the way. Now this store is going to be that high, so I'm going to take a couple more. So what I'm going to do in this case, because I'm going to need to make a few extra of these planks from dark wood. Let me just first lay a dark wood floor. Alright, the dark wood floor is going to face this way. Right, so here we have a nice dark wood floor, which basically means all the other ones I can now use in order to make some more walls. Very good. Right, very nice. Here we got our store, and anything else will be built out of these blocks on the back. Now for the roof though, for the store itself, I had in mind to use sheep wool. Because in this case the sheep wool looks actually very nice. I will just show it to you in a second. It's gonna fit in very well. Now also in this case, I'm going to do, so let me see here. I think just one like that, go up. Then a door like that. Very good. And I'm going to need to just fill it in, so no mobs will spawn in here. It's always very nice. And up, and one more up. Now filling in the store is something that I would like to do in another episode, because I'm going to need to prepare some stuff for it in order to make it look nice. We're going to need to have a lot of item frames. And for these item frames, we're going to need to have a lot of cowhide. Right, so in this case, another one for the top here. And one more layer of these guys. And, I'm so happy that I finally start using this granite. Because I've never ever used granite for building something. It's always been laying in the chest. And I have to say, in this game, with this texture pack, I mean, it really looks nice, I would say. And I've also been seeing Corrales actually using the granite. Now, the only thing that have to be ignored for a bit is that you see the wooden floor out there, or the wall, better to say. But it's gonna be darkish anyways in there. Mobs won't spawn here, I believe, at all, so that's very good. For the lights though, I'm still going to need to have a pickaxe with silk touch. Because when I got a pickaxe with silk touch, I can get those ocean lamps, those blue lamps, which last time I actually, or the time before that, I destroyed them. which is not very good because then you get crystals and it's gonna cost a lot more resources to actually make those lamps. And when we have finally been into the nether, I also got like certain shroom lights. For now, I'm going to need to place torches in here. Just like so. It will be armor stands in here. Yeah, that's fine. I wanted to say we need an extra piece of wall, but sometimes you see like those rooms where you can try to fit some clothing that the top part is actually open like that. It is very small though. You just have to deal with that. Alright, very good. I also got a very nice idea for a glass window. And 2 dark oak doors. Now this glass window is kind of a special thing because I'm gonna make it like this. Chill out. Behind this I would like to place an armor stand facing that way, and on the other side the same idea. But the only thing is that the shop doors needs to stay open for a reason. Gonna be like that. It's almost easier to do it a wider roof. And then this one I believe. So now if I place doors like this, of course this one needs to cooperate. Very good. Now you can see there is like a little gap between it. But if I open the door, the glass will actually connect up to it, which is a little bit silly. Yeah, I think that looks very cool for a for a shop. So here you have it. Here we have the start of a very small, very cozy shop. Like I said, later on I would like to get one of these things out and place like a shroom light or a sea lamp or whatever, just to also get rid of these torches all over the place. No, you don't have any dye. Like some people find this dude so annoying. I find this dude handy. Well, for the 30 seconds he's here, because you know sometimes he has something valuable. Anything else he's just going to hang around. Yeah, why don't you go in there? Yeah, go in there. Good. Stay. Alright. Yeah. So these glass panels you're going to need for the apartment building. Also, this stuff is gonna go right in here. The wall gonna go in here. Yes, I do want to make certain signs. Now I'm just trying to think, how am I going to make the signs? There is actually a way to get item frames done, and then you need to take like a chunk of a map, and in a chunk of the map you're going to, you know, make a sign so it will be shown on the map, and then you can place it into the picture frame. This is stuff that I've seen from Hermitcraft. Alright, so now that is done, we're going to need to make one layer of the apartment. Okay, just like that. Now we can go up and down. Of course, we're not going to really use this building. But it's just to make sure that the window will be fitting, right? And then I would like to use these guys. Right, like that. So the building's going to be having a little bit of the same style for the shop itself. And now the nicest thing of all of this is that, let me just place them out here like that. So we can also go up and down and whatever not. Now you might think, yeah, the floor compared with the window might be a little too low, but you just have to imagine stuff. It's like I said before in one of the episodes, sometimes these buildings are just dummy buildings. Which basically means, you know, fake buildings. So this one here. Do the same. Glass is not the best thing to work with sometimes. Then one layer of these. And then one layer of these again. And then the window starts to look like that. Now, of course, we're going to have a floor for the second apartment. Now, I am going to use this wood because, you know, when you're walking by, you want to see like that the floor on top has a nice roof texture, and the upside down stairs need to be from the outside. Not the easiest thing to do. But I'm glad that I now got the scaffolding, which is just super handy. Place it like that. And it's not, you know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Then it starts to look like that. And then I'm going to need to make 2 more of these on top. Alright, I got some curtains. Now, maybe later on I will just replace these red curtains for a yellow one. Or something else in red. I don't want to do too much red. Now, I think the next thing I want to do off camera is actually expand the whole part with the ships and dye them. So I'm going to get a little bit more of that dye stuff. And I would also like to have a nice painting out here. Ooh, that is just perfect. Another one on this side, a very small one. I think actually the black needs to be transparent. I don't know. Maybe it needs to stay black. I'm not quite sure. But it's fine by me. So now, if you walk by, you can see like there are some curtains. There's a painting over there. Of course, you not walk here, but you know, to get the idea of walking by and you see something in your in the corner of your eyelid. Something like that. I mean, it's just to fake out certain things, right? Yeah, just to fake out some stuff. So yeah, that is the first apartment floor. There's nothing in there. It's just gonna be, you know, to just fill in the blank. It is all about the story itself in this case. I think it's kind of worked out nice though, what we see here. While the inside isn't complete. Nice. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to spend some time to make another floor and another floor. I believe in English this is called a second floor. This is the first floor. While in the Netherlands we call this the first floor. This is yeah, ground level. I'm not quite sure if that is true or it's American or something like that. Oh, alright, so the second floor or third floor and whatever it is in your country is done. Pretty good. And yeah, here you can really see the difference between something that is filled in and something that ain't filled in. Of course, there will be a store there. So we need to look at it from this view. It's only a shame that white wall has this weird lining around it. I also could just use white wall in order to, you know, completely cover it up. Like, not everyone has the curtains open, so people have it closed. Alright, and so we are on the last layer of the floor, and by the look of it, I'm going to need to have some upside down pieces like that. Then on the top of it, there will be those square ones, which I don't carry around. And then I'm going to need to make the roof look nice. So this room here needs to have those upside down stairs too, so let's take care of that. And or I have been placing black curtains in this room down here, and so from the outside it starts to look like this. I chosen to give that still a wooden floor type of thing, just so you know it looks a little bit nicer than all that white stone. So yeah, we need to go all the way up to the top, which is pretty high. Just a couple more. These things are so freaking handy. Just couldn't do it, right? There we go. So that stuff is finished. I like this, by the way. Now I'm thinking of it, I still haven't been slapping that up. Just for the reason being, maybe I have like an idea to make like, you know, like a restaurant type of thing, maybe down there. And you can also eat on the second floor, and there will be like a little stairways or whatever going through this roof where we can actually make like a Japanese garden with sakura trees. You know, something like that. A little pond in here, a little waterfall. Make it really look like a nice garden though. Unless you guys have a different idea, then I'm gonna try to implement a different idea. just let me know down below in the comment section. You know what? I'm also gonna slap up this whole part so no monsters at all will spawn onto the roof. And so here we have the building in Optifine. It really looks cool though, once again. It keeps staying amazing every time I'm looking at the water. And water down here. Now it might look a little bit choppy. I'm getting between 40 and 50 FPS. Now I could set it all to very low, so I'm gonna get max 60 FPS out of this. But then other things will look less beautiful, I guess. I got the chunks on 14. It did improve from 19 to 14, 10 FPS though. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I'm not really playing with this stuff, because the FPS choppy stuff. Anyhow, this is how it looks inside the store. And now I have noticed with Optifine on, for whatever reason, somehow the wall looks different. Now you can still see the wall outline though. Somehow it merged it together. And you know, it still looks nice. I like to have a little outline around it. And this is something that I did notice, that certain things look different with Optifine on, which I don't mind too bad though. I really don't. Let's check it out indoors. Yeah, the paintings. This painting color did change from black to blue. It is not like transparent though. So yeah, Optifine has some different things here and there compared to the normal one. Black wall is just black wall. This is just this. That is just that. Yeah, you can see like this, the increased chunks though. I'd rather have it turned off and have a very far distance look than, you know, having this. It looks silly. I do have a very powerful PC though. Like I've explained it the last time, I believe. You can also find my PC specs in the description. Oh boy, it looks good. It looks good. So in this case, let me know down below in the comment section, what do you think of this building? Do you want to see something else? Where do you want to see something else? Do you have some tips? Do you have some tricks? Or do you just want to share something with me? Now for the next project though, I actually have nothing in mind just yet. So maybe you can help me out. Or all of a sudden something will pop up in my head. Something that I would like to do. Maybe another building, maybe a restaurant, maybe a Japanese garden, which I'm going to need to have pink dye. So I'm going to need to expand those sheep down below, make sure that I'm dyeing all of the sheep in a nice color. And with that being said, thanks for watching. Let's take a look at this precious archway building. I think it worked out pretty fine. I think it worked out pretty nice. I do want to make some banners. A couple different ones for the outside, or better to say all around this city, and I want to let you guys decide which one you like the most.